In this play's most famous speech, the world's a stage while we're merely players.
They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and in this installment of Mojo Notes, we'll be exploring 10 things you should know about William Shakespeare's As You Like It. Number 10. About the author. Born in Stratford-upon-Avon, England in the mid-16th century, William Shakespeare went to grammar school as a boy and married Anne Hathaway at age 18. In the late 1500s, he began acting in his own stage plays and those of others. The Bard of Avon also wrote sonnets and poems. His success allowed him to have a playing company, and they constructed a playhouse called the Globe Theatre. He died in 1616. Number 9. Influences and inspirations. As You Like It is a comedy that belongs to the pastoral literary genre because of its ideal representation of the simple country life of shepherds over more complicated urban living. While it features both prose and verse, it has many songs, which also makes it a musical comedy.
Wedding is great Juno's crown, a blessed bond of board and bed. 'Tis Hymen peoples every town, high wedlock then be honored.
Number 8. Settings and era. Written between 1599 and 1600 in London, England, this comedy is set during the 16th century in a Duke-ruled territory in France. The main action takes place in the fictional Forest of Arden. This natural setting is meant to contrast with the Duke's interior court by showing us that love is able to grow outside where you're truly free. Number 7. Plot. The play follows the story of Rosalind, who is forced by her uncle to leave the Duke's court after she falls in love with Orlando.
Mistress, dispatch you with your safest haste and get you from our court. Within these 10 days, if that thou beest found so near our public court as 20 miles, thou diest for it.
Dressed up as a man named Ganymede, Rosalind heads to the Forest of Arden with her cousin Celia, who is disguised as a poor woman named Aliena. This is where Rosalind as Ganymede teaches Orlando about love, while love begins to blossom between several shepherds and shepherdesses.
Then shall you know the wounds invisible that love's keen arrows make.
But till that time, come not thou near me.
By the end, Rosalind, Orlando, and various characters all find love and marry, and Duke Frederick gives his brother back his title.
His crown bequeathing to his banished brother, and all their lands restored to them again that were with him exiled.
Since it's narrated by various characters, the play provides opportunities for its protagonists to discuss subjects like love, aging, the natural world, and death from their particular viewpoints.
We are not all alone unhappy. This wide and universal theatre presents more woeful pageants than the scene wherein we play in.
Number 6. Rosalind.
There is a man haunts the forest that abuses our young plants with carving Rosalind on their barks.
Rosalind is the daughter of Duke Senior, who's been exiled by his brother and her uncle Duke Frederick.
Treason is not inherited, my lord. Or if we did derive it from our friends, what's that to me?
As the play's female lead and heroine, she's beautiful, smart, and loyal to her loved ones.
Unless you could teach me to forget a banished father.
She dresses up as the shepherd Ganymede to protect herself after she's banished from the court, and teaches Orlando how to treat a lady.
Love is merely a madness, yet I profess curing it by counsel.
Her bravery and cleverness ultimately ensure a happy ending for all. Number 5. Orlando.
I come but in as others do to try with him the strength of my youth.
The son of the late Sir Rowland de Boys, Orlando de Boys is constantly mistreated by his older brother Oliver, who's also heir to the de Boys fortune.
I have as much of my father in me as you.
What, boy?
Though Orlando's quick to take out his anger, his attitude changes when he falls in love with Rosalind.
O poor Orlando, thou art overthrown.
He becomes a sensitive and romantic fellow with a lot to learn, as Rosalind as Ganymede demonstrates.
But are you as much in love as your rhymes speak?
Neither rhyme nor reason can express how much.
However, Orlando doesn't let the past haunt him, and he saves his brother's life before the play's end.
Are you his brother?
Was you he rescued?
Was you that did so oft contrive to kill him?
Was I? But 'tis not I.
Number 4. Celia.
If my uncle, thy banished father, had banished my uncle, the Duke thy father, so thou hadst been still with me, I could have taught my love to take thy father for mine.
Celia is the daughter of Duke Frederick. Her bond with Rosalind is so strong that she's willing to flee with her cousin.
If she be a traitor, why so am I?
Celia differs from Rosalind in that she's more shy and cautious. Though she initially thinks love is silly and appears bitter when they encounter Orlando in the forest, Celia changes her tune when she falls in love with Oliver. Number 3. Values and themes. The play's main theme is love and how it can affect people's behavior and actions. This includes making us do foolish things, though that's just part of human nature. The notion of power and taking control over another person's rights is demonstrated by Frederick's exile of his brother the Duke and Oliver's tyranny of Orlando. In addition to the themes of family and change, As You Like It also explores the differences between urban and country life. Number 2. Modern popularity. First published in 1623, As You Like It initially divided critics but delighted audiences and continues to do so today. As one of the Bard's most performed comedies, it also coined the expression, too much of a good thing.
Can one desire too much of a good thing?
And gave us one of the playwright's most well-known speeches, which is spoken by Jacques Du Bois.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players.
Number 1. Adaptations. Aside from inspiring songs, musicals, and theatrical productions, the play has also been adapted for the screen multiple times. Notable versions include the black and white 1936 movie with Laurence Olivier, a BBC 1978 take with Helen Mirren, and Kenneth Branagh's 2006 film set in 19th century Japan.
There is a man who haunts the forest that abuses our young plants with carving Rosalind on their barks.
Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite piece of As You Like It trivia? For more informative top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
I can live no longer by thinking.
I will weary you then no longer with idle talking.